Hello, it's Shane from Kaneva. I'm just gonna show you how to import from SketchUp 8 into Kaneva, which people seem to have problems with because you need to group it and really it's just more work than it's needed. But anyway, I'm going to show you how it's done. There's a few ways to do it, so I'm going to start right at the beginning obviously. Basically, the easiest way to do it is obviously to set in your preferences. There's two ways to do it. You can set in your preferences, or you can double click stuff and then right click it, make it a group, and that'll turn that face into a group. Or you can go to Windows, Preferences, Shortcuts right there, type in group, go to make group, and then set the shortcut key to a key that's not used for any other tools. So that's how you do it. The best one is definitely G by far. Okay, so now that we've got down on how to do it, I'm going to duplicate this model into 3 separate models just to show you guys the different ways that you can group. So go along green axis and then there we go, duplicate it into 3 different models. So basically the first way is the way that Kaneva docs, and some people in the forums seem to think the best way to do it is, which would be to double click each face, use your G preferences, click G, 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 and then just do that for every single face. So this is going to take a while. As you can see, this is why people get annoyed at having to do it, especially when they're importing from the warehouse, because if you import from the warehouse you've got thousands of polygons to deal with. So next it would be the poles. If it ever wants to group it. Don't know why it's stalling. I must have triple clicked it. G, G, G. Oops. Now, this is not the way I group, by the way. Just saying. I group totally different from this, because that's where you just forget what you've already clicked, and it messes you up to get the back. So I'm going to go down the bottom. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. All the poles are now grouped, or at least I think they are. And then go to the next section, do it all over again, but not for the poles because the poles are done. Right, that's all of that face done. Then just at the back, did I do the back and top one? Yep. This is a very, very long-winded way. And this is why I'm making a video, so that you guys don't need to spend all this time doing exactly what I'm doing. I would recommend skipping past this section of my video as well. There we go. Right, so that's the first way to do it. That is now every single face should be grouped. To check and make sure that they're all grouped is just highlight them all. If you just turn your textures off, it'll be so much easier to see. Basically, if they're not grouped, they'll have blue dots on a face, so it looks like they're all grouped. Yep. And that's the easiest way to check. If they've got blue dots, then they've not been grouped. Oh, you know it's not been grouped? The bottom, you see there? Blue dots. So, turn texture back on, and I'll now group the bottom faces. Group, 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 and group. There we go. And now that's the first one done. So that is the way that Kaneva docs recommends you to do it. Right there. Takes forever, but that's the way they ask you to do it. Now, this is one of the ways that I would say to do it, and that would be for the poles. You just count them as one object. So one pole is one object, second pole is another object, another object, another object. Now the outside box, that is one cuboid, so that counts as one object. The inside box is another cuboid, so that counts as another object. Basically, you group by object, you don't group by face. So each pole would be a cylinder, or they're not really cylinders, but they would be a cylinder. And each inside and outside box is a cuboid. So that's 1, 2, 3 groups for fact. It'd be 4 for the poles, and then 2 groups for the top section, 2 groups for the middle, and 2 groups for the bottom. And the way you do that is you just triple click the pole, make group, triple click the other pole, make group, triple click the other pole, make group, triple click the other pole, make group. Right? So there we go. Now each pole is being completely grouped with just, what, 8 clicks. So now we're going to do the outside box, which hold control and then select every face. Then make it a group. Then we'll go back and we'll do the inside face for the inside group. Make group. And we'll do the outside again. So outside group. This isn't the fastest way, by the way, this is just a faster way than Kaneva's way. I decided to show all 3 different ways that I know. Then the inside face. Oh, it's not responding again. There we go. Make it a group. Then back down to the bottom, to the outside face. This way still makes you click every single face. Then do the inside face. Or the inside box even. Group. There we go. And now that will import into Kaneva, so that one there took really long. That one took a little less time. And this one should take considerably less time. Now the way I'm going to do this one is all connecting faces need to be grouped. So by connecting face I mean this front face here connects the outside box with the inside box. So if we group the front face, so if we group the front face, group it, then we can just triple click the outside faces and it will select the entire outside group, triple click the inside and it will select the entire inside. So now we have that done. Next I'm going to group the poles, just again triple click, triple click, triple click and triple click. So now that the top and the bottom's done, we'll do it again, we check what faces are connecting, it's still just the front face, so now we go to the front face and group that, then triple click the outside face, group that and triple click the inside face, group that. Again with the bottom, the connecting face needs grouped first, then we can just select all the outside and select all the inside. There we go. Now that last one will import in Kaneva, and that's by far the fastest way to group an object in SketchUp. Every face is grouped, and all you had to do was group the connecting faces so that you could triple click and select all the rest of the face. Okay, I'm going to explain why it doesn't import right, because if you have a box right here, that will import into Kaneva perfectly fine without any faces being grouped. Now the second that you decide to draw a square on that box and then pull it out, that will not import into Kaneva. This box here will import to Kaneva, but it will look just like that when it gets into Kaneva. And the reason that is because this is the first shape right here, and that is the second shape. So what you want is you want every single shape to be grouped. So if you've got an R square coming out here, there we go, an R square coming out there, then you would need to group that shape, which would be all the sides on that one, all the sides on this one, and all the sides on that one. Basically the way you would do that is basically connecting faces again, like I said last time, would be that would be a connecting face. So make that one a group, that would be a connecting face, make that one a group. And then you could just triple click that to make it a group, triple click that, make that a group, and then triple click this, make that a group. And that'll be that grouped. It's pretty simple once you get a grasp that you're grouping objects, you're not just grouping every face, because the object will work properly. The one we do is just to prove that all three different types of them will import into Kaneva. I'm going to delete that and then I'm going to import these in. But first I'm going to move it along because I'm fussy. I think I've said that before in my last video. So here we go. File, export 3D model. Let's put it on my desktop. Shelves with backs. Wait for it to get done. Minimize it. People say export as DAE. I don't like DAE. It makes a mess. So I use KMZ and I just extract from there. I don't see why it would make any difference using the different file type, but there we go. Models.DAE 3D model. Now when you get to this stage, because you see how it imports giant, you just need to change this to inches and it should import the right size. Obviously I made that model ginormous on SketchUp, but that will import to the right size probably. There we go. And as you can see, all the shelves are perfectly imported. No missing spaces, no nothing. Even with the one that's not grouped every single face. So there you go. Basically, group your object, don't group the face, and it'll be able to import in far less time. Goodbye guys.